on our showcase is someone who wasn't born into this family, but has put in the time and more than earned her spot. She's always happy to leave haters in the rear view, and when she enters the room, you will undoubtedly feel the glow. Of course, I'm talking about Naomi, who many of you may know has reigned as Jimmy Uso's wife and queen for over 10 years. There's the old saying that behind every good man is an even better woman, and this could not ring more true than Naomi, who I will say is an absolute treasure. Jimmy will frequently speak during old bloodline planning sessions about how much her support and love drove him to improve as a superstar, always stressing her importance not only to the WWE Women's Division, but to his career and his life as well. In the ring, there is no denying Naomi's skills. The former women's tag team and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion has the mental tenacity to push through the toughest part of any match and possesses breathtaking physical skills. Naomi uses her dancing background to constantly innovate with her offense, resulting in some of the most beautiful moves you will ever see, unless you're on the receiving end of them. Naomi is an inspiration to so many of our younger members of the WWE Universe, showing a new generation that anything is possible if you just put in the work and never stop believing in yourself. Naomi has battled against the very best in the women's division, taking on foes like Charlotte Flair, Bayley, Shayna Baszler, and Io Sky.
My favorite moment of Naomi was when she won the title in her hometown, Orlando, at WrestleMania.
To compete against that caliber and maintain the level of success that Naomi has for her entire WWE career is something worth, shall I dare say, acknowledging. Naomi has even teamed with fellow family member Tamina through the years, proving the family you choose can often be the most important. And in true Uso fashion, Naomi shows an unrelenting desire to win, to achieve greatness, and to dominate her opposition. Many mistake her smile as a sign of kindness, but they quickly realize their mistake as Naomi unleashes a flurry of kicks, flies at them with moonsaults from all angles, and then ties them up in knots. Naomi is having fun, but Naomi is never playing. And now, we take you back to the 2020 edition of Super Showdown, which saw Naomi challenge Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Unfortunately, a ridiculously lax referee decided it was just fine for Bayley to basically do whatever the hell she wanted.
Bayley, oh my gosh, she's trapping Naomi's legs in her shirt.
And Naomi wound up suffering an embarrassing loss after Bayley used wardrobe to her advantage. Well, Bayley, we can pretty much guarantee that trick won't work again. This is your chance to help guide Naomi to a third SmackDown Women's Championship, and to do it by defeating one of the greatest competitors WWE has ever seen. Your wise man has nothing but respect and admiration for Bayley's abilities, but those abilities are eclipsed by Naomi's extraordinary trinity: smarts, strength, and aerial attacks that should give all of you everything you need to get the win and the title.
Gentlemen, it's glow time!
I got an idea, Saxton. Why don't you glow home?
No, I cannot, Corey. When asked earlier this week about this matchup, Naomi said it is an honor to be here, an honor to make history, because for the first time ever, a women's championship will be defended in Saudi Arabia.
Naomi certainly has momentum on her side, and as we've seen in recent weeks, it appears as though Bayley has at least a healthy respect for Naomi.
Well, so much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history. You think back to Naomi being the winner of the inaugural WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, being the first African-American SmackDown Women's Champion, and tonight, once again, an opportunity to make history in her career.
And gentlemen, when Bayley was asked about this history-making match tonight, she said, of course I'm part of this, because history is made by winners. And I'm going to become a role model for everyone here tonight in Saudi Arabia and for everyone around the entire world.
I asked Bayley her thoughts on this match, and she said, new country, same sheep. Bayley is nothing if not confident.
For the first time ever, we have a women's champ. Bayley versus Naomi, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line.
So much of Naomi's career has been predicated on making history, and tonight, she has the opportunity to make even more history.
Naomi's got plenty of momentum coming into this match and is feeling mighty confident herself.
Oh, look at head scissors.
Can you still feel the glow when the lights are out?
And Naomi has been quick to take to social media lately, reminding everybody that Bayley has never beaten her one-on-one.
Yeah, not so subtle.
These two trading one blow after another. The fight is on, and it's furious.
Slugging away with everything they've got.
This is a war of attrition with neither superstar wanting to be the one who surrenders.
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up. You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe.
Spinning heel kick. The challenger's fully aware of what it takes to become a champion. Naomi has to use her superior athleticism.
Taking flight. She went airborne and missed.
Oof. We've said it time and time again. Naomi may be the most athletic woman we've ever seen compete here in WWE.
Yeah, Naomi wants to depend on athletic maneuvers, while Bayley wants to be more methodical and fight a more classic wrestling style.
A factor to consider in this match is that Naomi took some time off to rejuvenate herself, to get her mind right, to refocus on her desire. Taking flight.
Bang, what a splash!
Shows you how committed this competitor is to winning the title. What a double axe handle. Got their opponent set up.
Ah, drop kick to the spine. They are feeding off the WWE fans, now pinning the arm down, and
Goodness gracious. Pin. Title in the balance.
oh, and quick resiliency from the challenger.
Truly cannot believe that didn't even get a 1 count.
Ah, what a smash!
That is just insulting.
She gets bounced into the corner. Gets the reversal. What a counter! Quick thinking from Naomi.
body. Soaring. Senton. Feeling intimidated by the moment.
Oh, a spinning heel kick. Naomi has tested her mettle in recent weeks, as the road to this championship opportunity was a difficult one. Needed to defeat former SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. We know Naomi has a heavy desire to become a 3-time Women's Champion.
Other superstars say they want the title. Naomi has said she needs her title back. Taking flight. Bayley avoids the assault. This can't be good. They just missed wildly.
Took the high risk, but unfortunately, no reward.
She's getting back into the ring, under the ropes.
Oh, man! Some agility gets her out of dodge.
Bayley sent flying. She's going up now, going up high. From the top rope. You gotta be kidding me!
From up top, right onto the target, outside.
That is kicking things into a whole new gear. Back in the ring.
The head scissor takedown. And Naomi has taken the upper hand.
Naomi picking up the pace against Bayley and keeping her all out of sorts. Naomi feeding off the WWE Universe, inching closer to recapturing the championship.
Bayley's being caught off guard by Naomi. The champ wasn't expecting such a flurry of offense from the challenger.
You can tell she's got her right where she wants her.
Drop kick. Oh, pretty drop kick. And Naomi keeping Bayley on her toes, pushing the pace on the champion.
Naomi moving fast, showing that superior athleticism. Bayley might not be able to keep up here.
And I think it was you, Byron, who asked Bayley if she changed. And she's
Back and forth we go.
That can make an opening for her.
It looks like we've got ourselves a brawl here.
Back and forth, neither one giving up any ground.
It's a gear and finds its mark. And Bayley's resolve might be wavering here.
And Naomi continues to somehow have Bayley's number here.
Propped up in the corner.
Dueling reversals.
Naomi managing to find some of that needed breathing room.
Could be the turnaround Naomi needed in this match.
I don't think I've ever seen a champion feel as disrespected as Bayley has, Corey, because Bayley's talked a lot about how people think she's an afterthought as a champion. Everybody talks about Becky Lynch on Raw. They're now talking about Rhea Ripley in NXT. But Bayley has been the longest reigning champ in SmackDown history.
And you read off all the accolades, all the championships she has held. Yet for some reason, Bayley still finds herself overlooked.
From that rope. What a roundhouse kick.
She's vulnerable, up on the top turnbuckle. And here we go. Championship's on the line. Naomi's got Bayley in trouble up on the top rope. This could be Naomi's moment.
Smart move by Bayley, protecting her title and going to the eyes.
Oh, what a kick. Bayley is down and in trouble.
Quick thinking by Naomi, looking to close this one out.
Nobody home. Bayley wisely moves out of harm's way. What's Bayley trying to do here?
What the?
I think Bayley's trying to trap Naomi's legs in Naomi's own shirt.
A great counter by Naomi. Naomi ducks underneath, and we got a standoff. Great match so far.
Well, Bayley thought she had Naomi, but the challenger was ready.
Well, the champion has to find a new strategy in a hurry.
She gets put in the corner.
just got as bad as it could for the champ.
And the cover. What, only two?
What a display of stamina. The champ showing they're truly worthy of this title.
But things might only get harder from here.
Naomi just gave this one.
Right on the mark. Rear view by Naomi.
The challenger might have what it takes to win this.
Naomi did it. We have a new champion.
Here is your winner, and the new SmackDown.
Ladies and gentlemen, if it weren't for the next two superstars in our showcase, none of this would be possible. Because without Atha and Sika, without the Wild Samoans, there truly is no dynasty. While it was their father who made the blood oath with High Chief Peter Maivia, it was Atha and Sika who built the family up, training generations of relatives, all with the single goal of becoming the best professional wrestler on the face of the planet. And while the two would together be WWE Hall of Famers, based solely on their work as trainers and cultivators of the next generation, their in-ring successes only add to their immortality. Atha and Sika formed WWE's most dominant tag team of the early 1980s, fighting their way to the WWE Tag Team Championship on 3 separate occasions. Opponents were often defeated before the bell even rang to start the match, falling victim to the aura and the intimidation factor of having to step into the ring with the Wild Samoans, accompanied by Captain Lou Albano. The trio formed a masterful group that was able to take all opponents off their game, be it through Albano's devious schemes or the overpowering nature of the Wild Samoans. WWE had never dealt with a team so primal, turning each match into a battle of survival. Most feared, the deadly Samoan drop, a move that has been imitated by many, but duplicated only by a chosen few.
There they are, the Wild Samoans.
These are immigrants coming from the island, trying to figure it out, trying to find a way. I couldn't imagine being these men. I couldn't imagine taking on these responsibilities of setting the tone in a whole new country. And then trying to break into entertainment on top of that. But they made it work. And that's what we are. We're workers. We make it work.
These tribal elders set the standard for all of their descendants to not only follow, but they also taught their descendants how to surpass it. So beloved were the two that perhaps no moment holds more significance to your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, than when he was presented the Ula Fala by his father Sika and Uncle Atha after the 2020 Hell in a Cell event. You see, it was their acknowledgement that gave Roman Reigns the unshakable confidence to continue his journey to becoming the greatest of all time.
The utmost respect, love, and gratitude for those men. Because if my father and uncle don't do what they do, we're not here.
We now humbly present to you the honor of walking in the famed footsteps of the Wild Samoans. Finding a tag team in WWE's long and storied history that we felt would test the Wild Samoans was not an easy task. But then, a thought came to your wise man. Why not give the audience exactly what they want? Why not put the Wild Samoans against one of the greatest tag teams of all time? Why not present Alpha, Sika, the Wild Samoans versus Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys? And if we're going to go that far, let's do it in a tables match. Showcase that savage brutality that made both teams the eternal legends we know them to be. No pinfalls, no submissions, no rules. Just be the team that avoids being put through the table, and you will emerge victorious. And with these four men, you better believe that things are going to get extreme.
Guys, this is going to be a great one. You can feel the electricity already.
I feel the excitement and some fear, too.
Hook.
Here's the bell, and it's the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Sika, taking on Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley, the Dudley Boys.
Two sets of brothers, two sets of absolute madmen, ready to get the tables and get downright savage.
Bringing a new definition to the term sibling rivalry. This one will get extremely physical.
And he re-enters into the ring. And the Wild Samoans always have that gaze in their eyes, that look that makes you question their understanding of their surroundings.
Yeah, and I have to wonder if Alpha and Sika are even aware of what the tables are for. I'm afraid they'll just keep on dishing out punishment, expecting a bell to eventually ring.
Corey, I've got to know, what can the Wild Samoans do to get the advantage in this tables match? After all, this is the Dudley Boys match, the match they put on the map, the match they're synonymous with.
Maybe the Wild Samoans have to be a little less wild, Cole. They still need to brutalize their opponents because that's what they do best. But the last thing Alpha and Sika want to do is rush headfirst into a table. After all, that's exactly how you lose.
Whipped into the corner with tremendous force. He gets back into the ring. Boom! Did you hear the impact? And we can harp on how this...
From the top, elbow drop. The high risk just resulted in a big splat.
Does the official not see him removing the turnbuckle pad?
Keep your voice down.
Ooh. Has her opponent down, and
such a peculiar look coming from the Wild Samoans, as if they have no control of their animalistic behavior. Uh-oh, headbutt.
Nothing fancy there.
Devon has to avoid that kind of offense if he wants to be in this match.
yeah, Alpha just brought the fight to him.
Table launch right at their opponent. Working on the leg. And Bubba is a bit staggered after that attack.
Sika making an example of his opponent. A very ferocious demeanor emanates from the Wild Samoans, like they're part of a pack of untamed beasts. I really wonder what it'll take for the Dudley Boys to have control of them.
Maybe they'll take a sledgehammer? A truck? They're not human, Byron. You can knock them down, but they'll keep coming back. He's taking on some damage at this point.
Yeah, that's the kind of offense that opens people's eyes to Bubba Ray.
And Sika had no reflexes to answer for that.
Bubba Ray might have just made a big opportunity for himself.
Headbutt Bubba Ray plotting here. Bubba cutter by Bubba Ray.
The Wild Samoans just took a bumpy trip to Dudleyville.
Boom, what an uppercut.
They'll take things into the ring.
Oh, what a chop.
That'll light you up.
Corey, the Wild Samoans are about as tough and mean as they come, a very physical duo, and we've seen how they use their heads, almost like a concrete weapon.
Yeah, they don't need much flash. They're just a formidable ground and pound team. If they lack in offensive creativity, they make up for it in blunt force trauma. And nothing packs more blunt force trauma than an Alpha or Sika headbutt.
Sika turns that around. Fired hard into the corner. It crashes to the mat.
Popped up. Using the elbow to escape the attack. From the top.
Spine buster.
Able to steer clear.
Hava and Sika both individual.
Levon now has his opponent set up.
And saving grace.
That was the Dudley Boys showing the Wild Samoans what tag team wrestling is all about.
Looks like he has something planned with his table, guys.
I don't want to know.
Devon throwing caution to the wind.
In position. He's painting a bullseye on him. Oh, look out.
Ooh, and he stops that offense. Flying. High impact. That's using your head. Alpha never saw that coming. Oh, God. Backbreaker and backbreaker. Boom! He's in a bit of agony now.
I think we're about to see a body go through a table real soon.
Oh, drop. His body has to be racked with pain.
Every aspect of this match is only going to get harder. Hopped up into the Samoa drop. Incredible.
Alpha and Sika might have just shown us the prelude to the Dudley's demise. He's being prepped for something. Might be time to look for exit strategies, gentlemen.
Now clearing the announce desk. This isn't going to end well.
Ooh, nasty shot to the throat. Oh, no. Now possibly setting up for a submission maneuver.
Submission locked in, but remember, a tap out here decides nothing.
Looking to get out of this, and yes, able to slip out of the hold.
That table has only one destiny, and it involves being broken in half.
I still can't get over the look I always see on the Wild Samoans. It's like they have a one-track mind towards savage brutality.
They for sure answer yes to every question that makes up a scary tag team. Yes, they're rough. Yes, they're tough. Yes, they remain. Yes, they will hurt. And yes, they will not stop.
There's some power behind that punch.
Oh, good night.
Sorry.
Gosh.
Oh, my goodness. And Alpha and Sika just beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Here are your winners, Alpha and Sika, the Wild Samoans.
And it's the Wild Samoans standing tall, having beat the Dudley Boys at their own game.
Deep.
From the very moment he arrived as the enforcer of the bloodline, Solo Sikoa has taken every brutal, savage element of his predecessors and refined them into a near-perfect smashing machine. Even in the year before his arrival, Solo raised eyebrows and garnered buzz while competing in NXT. But nobody could have predicted just how smoothly his transition to the main roster would go. And before I go on any further, let me make one thing perfectly clear. I'm only saying what I'm saying about Solo Sikoa because I am a wise man. I'm a professional. And because I'm being handsomely compensated for my stellar work as your host of the WWE 2K25 showcase. I haven't forgotten what Solo Sikoa and his rogue bloodline did to me. But I also know better than to let personal feelings hinder your professional endeavors. So with that being said, since his arrival at Clash at the Castle in 2022, Solo Sikoa has consistently been involved in WWE's biggest moments and biggest matches. He's been victorious in War Games. He's repeatedly enforced the Bloodline's will to maintain Roman Reigns' status as undisputed WWE Universal Heavyweight Champion.
I brought Solo in as an insurance policy. Solo was here to protect me. Solo was here to maintain the promised land. He's violent. He's strong, he's fast, he's all those things. And he betrayed me. Any man who would betray me must be a very dangerous man.
Solo defeated John Cena. Solo elected to betray your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, in an attempt to bestow upon himself the title of tribal chief. When I refused to acknowledge Solo as my tribal chief, you are not my tribal. He, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu put me through a table in Madison Square Garden. And that led to opportunities to compete for the undisputed WWE Heavyweight Championship. It's led to more visibility with Solo's Rogue Bloodline ruling over SmackDown. Every choice Solo made only furthered his standing in WWE. He has the bloodlust of the wild Samoans, the brutality of his cousin Yokozuna, and the single-minded focus of Roman Reigns, all rolled into one. There is no question the future is his for the taking, and that he will be champion many times over, and that he may set records of his own before it's all said and done. Few men have so quickly served notice to all of WWE in the manner that Solo Sikoa has done. Whether you want to acknowledge him or not is irrelevant. One way or another, Solo Sikoa forces you to do just that, or you will suffer severe consequences. One by one, each and every single superstar on the WWE roster is going to find that out. Solo will make sure of it. I, of course, will simply await any and every opportunity for your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, to teach Solo some manners. Until that happens, though, we are taking you back to the one-year anniversary special for NXT 2.0, which saw then North American champion Carmelo Hayes, and indeed, he is him, issue an open challenge. Unfortunately for the future superstar, it was to be answered by Solo Sikoa.
Here comes the A-Champ.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Accompanied by Trick Williams, he is the NXT North American Champion, Carmelo Hayes.
Mello and Trick looking so pleased with themselves after attacking Wesley.
NXT 2.0 celebrating its first anniversary, all thanks to amazing talent like...
What? This place is shaking!
We never thought we'd see Sikoa again.
His opponent, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 250 pounds, Solo Sikoa!
And Solo is dressed to fight, too. I really didn't think we'd see him again.
We saw him at Clash at the Castle 10 days ago where he cost Drew McIntyre the WWE Universal Championship.
Well, as far as I'm personally concerned, Sikoa isn't welcome around here. Melo needs the night off.
Well, Melo... As we say in WWE, expect the unexpected. We expected Wes Lee to be Carmelo Hayes' opponent here, but instead, we have the surprise return of Solo Sikoa as he's claimed his title opportunity.
Solo Sikoa, fresh off joining the Bloodline, is here. He has answered the call, and we indeed have an NXT North American title defense tonight for NXT 2.0's one-year celebration.
Strong words from Carmelo Hayes before
Each shot landing with a little bit more venom. Boom!
Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this.
Two Titans trading strikes and refusing to back down.
Both absolutely drained, but both refusing to give up.
Ooh! The willpower, the sheer guts of these two. Solo Sikoa already with the strategic advantage, taking Hayes by surprise and challenging him for the North American title.
And the Street Champ needs to continue to be unpredictable if he wants that championship. He's got two sets of eyes watching his every move, so he needs to outmaneuver.
And Sikoa sent toward the ropes, and Carmelo Hayes with a kick right to the midsection. Melo taking it to Sikoa here.
The power of Solo just a little too much for the A-Champ in this instance.
What a chop.
Trademark viciousness. Lack of mercy. That's what Solo Sikoa is all about.
Into the corner. Big splash by Sikoa. Melo in trouble. Sikoa. Trick Williams making sure Melo got out of harm's way, well, at least momentarily.
Yeah, momentarily is right. Sikoa continuing to inflict more punishment on the champ.
And Hayes takes out Williams on the outside. Solo standing strong.
Solo not allowing the presence of Trick Williams to distract him whatsoever.
Solo has the mindset to destroy anyone in the way of him in the NXT North American Championship.
You got to be impressed by both Solo Sikoa and Carmelo Hayes. They've taken NXT 2.0 by storm over the last year.
Yeah, since the shift to NXT 2.0, Melo has spent over 9 months as NXT North American Champion over 2 very long reigns.
And don't forget Solo. Over the last year, he's defeated top NXT names like Santos Escobar, Grayson Waller, and LA Knight.
Yeah, he beat Knight so bad we haven't seen him in months. Maybe we should ask that Max Dupree guy. Down, what a gourd buster. Uh-oh, headbutt. Nothing fancy there.
Sikoa in command, and you gotta wonder if Melo is regretting his words, regretting his actions.
And he goes crashing to the outside. And now heading back inside the ring. Taking this match to the outside.
He's getting fired up now, really feeding off this crowd.
Launched right out of the ring. Headed out of the ring, but the count is looming.
Got out of the way. Trick Williams cheering on Carmelo Hayes, You cannot deny the impact Trick has had. Oh, look at the start of this. Could be going into the...
And he breaks his own submission.
Maybe his plan was just to soften his opponent with that hold.
Stumbling to his feet, he might just be rising to meet his end here. Dropped him with a big shoulder tackle.
Clothesline. We all know what he's thinking here. Taken down.
Being placed in the corner here.
Clothesline in the corner.
What a main event this has been for the one-year anniversary of NXT 2.0.
And without this rebranding, Solo Sikoa may have never had the opportunity to show the world what he can do.
And if Solo didn't have this breakout year, maybe his cousin Roman Reigns wouldn't have trusted him enough to be part of the bloodline.
Big uppercut rocks the jaw of Carmelo Hayes. Ripped out of the corner.
Looking to put him away, and now Trick Williams up on the apron, causing a distraction.
Trick paying dividends. Ooh. First 48.
And that could be the turning point for the North American champion.
Oh, Samoa drop by Sikoa. Cover now for the win. Hayes kicks it too.
And Williams once again on the apron.
You can see how concerned Trick Williams is that Carmelo Hayes' championship hopes, might be fading away.
Super kick drops Williams. Hayes picked out of the sky.
Oh, and a spinning solo.
Is that it for Carmelo Hayes? Trick is out. Carmelo is dazed. Winding up. Boom! Samoan spike.
That might have just sealed the deal on us having a new champ.
What the? Sikoa is the new champion.
Here